The views and opinions expressed during this program are entirely those of the show's hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of Rude Rangers Entertainment, its investors, management, advertisers, or staff. Don't sue us, y'all. We don't have any money.
And we're back together again today. I want to talk to you about faith, but before I do that, do you like my lips? This matte color is provided by Vera Moore Cosmetics. All of you know I love Miss Vera Moore, and this is part of her new matte lipstick line. All of the colors have names that are just very, very empowering. And this one is faith, and it goes along with, like I said, what I want to talk to you about today. Now, in Hebrews 11, all my church girls, like y'all know, I'm a church girl all day, every day. I'm a DK kid. That's a deacon's kid. And the only difference between a deacon's kid and a preacher's kid is that a deacon usually preaches to her children and that fried chicken while she making it. No, I'm only kidding. There's really no difference. I had the same standards as if my mother was a preacher, always in church, different things I had to adhere to, places I couldn't go. And because I was raised in that from the womb, I really didn't see any difference. When somebody else said, well, why didn't you do such and such? I was like, because I don't do it. That was just it. So I want to talk to you about faith. And in Hebrews 11:1, it says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence not seen. So all my churchies know that. But what we forget is verse number 2, which says, for by it the elders received a good report. Now, the it part is the faith. And they received a good report. Good report means a good name, reputation, just good standing in everything that they did. So when you have faith, you have a good name, you have reputation, you have faith in who you are, and you should have faith in who you are. I'm going to tell you, when you were born with gifts and talents, and your gifts and talents will take you certain places. It's your character that will maintain you there. And then it's your faith that will give you longevity. How do I know? My gift, running my mouth. I run my mouth all the time. That's what I do. I almost cannot stop it. It's instinctively what I do is run my mouth. I'm a speaker. That's what I do. That's my gift. But my character, my belief in God, my faith in God, knowing that who I am and what my gift is, maintains my mobility in what I do. And it's my faith that lets me know that where I am is not my ending point. I'm going to go to higher heights and deeper depths. That's what my faith is the foundation of. That my success is going to be so magnanimous that even it blows my mind. There's never a time that a prophet speaks over my life that success is not one of the words that he speaks. And I just start laughing. And many of them look at me like, why is this girl laughing? Because I expect it. I have the faith that I will be successful in this field of speaking. When I dropped out of college, yes, I did. I left college, not only because I was in love, but I wanted to pursue my other love, which is the beauty biz. I did a full face of makeup at 12 years old. It was so natural and so nice. My mother allowed me to go to church that Sunday with the makeup. 12 years old, full face, so natural that I could go to church with it. I wasn't over made up or anything like that. And my mother looked at me and said, okay, let's go. 12 years old, first full face of makeup. So you know how deeply entrenched I am in this beauty business. When I was about 17 or 18 years old, I saw a cosmetic company, and it was Vera Moore Cosmetics. When I left high school, started college, my after-school job was a makeup girl at Gertz. I'm dating myself. Some of y'all don't even know who Gertz is. And then Gertz was bought out by Stearns. So some of y'all even know who Stearns, who Stearns is. But it was in the mall. For those of you on Long Island, it was in the Sunrise Mall, which is now called Westfield. And I was the girl that stood in front of Gertz with the all white outfit on, not the coats like they had. I had to be dressed, had a white shirt, white pair of pants, nice pumps, all of that. And I worked for Etta Day Patty. And that line is now defunct because Miss Etta died. She had no children. So there was nobody to live out her legacy. So if by chance I'm talking to some young ones who might have had children and people ostracized you may not be married, you might be young. Oh, you had that baby. Let me tell you something. That child is your legacy. And you have the faith that God allowed you to be that child's mother, and you're going to raise that child in such a way that child is going to be phenomenal. And you won't have to worry about your legacy dying because you have a child to take your legacy on. I digress. Anyway, as I'm standing in the front, someone walks past me with this bag, and I'm like, "Oh, what's that?" And they're like, "Oh, this is some makeup from Vera Moore." I'm like, "Vera Moore?" And they're like, "Yeah, see, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have Google. We couldn't go online and find out. You had to actually talk to somebody to find out the information." And I looked in the magazines, and she happened to be in Essence, and I knew she had a store here on Long Island. And when I decided to drop out of college and go to beauty school, I said, you know what? One day I'm going to be Vera Moore. One day I'm going to work for Vera Moore. Life goes where life goes. And even though I received my my certification for beauty school and I became licensed, and, I did hair and nails for a little bit, my life swayed back to, the professional world. And I re-entered that world, and not ever giving up on the beauty biz, because I had a nail business part-time. I worked Fashion Week and all that other stuff. So it's a love that I always had. It wasn't until I had a chance to interview Miss Moore, and I almost lost it. And the person who said, hey, you can interview her for this magazine, my producer, he really couldn't understand what all the hoorah was until I told him she was my idol from like 17 or 18 years old. So a kid's dream, but the faith was always there. But a kid's dream was now being fulfilled as a grown woman. And I get to interview her. And to this date, that's the best interview I ever did. And we literally spent 8 hours. Yes, 8 hours one day to perfect that interview. Now I can affectionately call her Auntie Vera, Miss Moore. I love her. I was just with her Saturday to pick up some of the products like the lips that you see. And we had a wonderful talk. And I left there inspired and encouraged, as I always do when I leave her presence. That relationship came from the faith of a kid that said, I'm going to take a risk. I have the faith in me that I'm going to leave college. I'm going to go to beauty school. I'm going to make my mark in the world. And I really feel like I did. No, I don't have a makeup line. I don't think I really wanted a makeup line. I've met a lot of models. I've got a lot of pictures. I've had a lot of fun. And I did all of this at an age when most people wouldn't do it. When I started doing events, I was in my 40s. The young women and guys I was around, they were in their 20s. There might have been somebody that could have been like 28, possibly 30. But here I was in my 40s. And I'm not talking about 41, 42. I was well in my 40s. We're talking about 46, 48. Come on, man. If that's not living the dream, come on. Yes. but it was my faith in one of the gifts that God had given me. And that was the ability to do hair and apply makeup. Today, I'm an instructor. I don't do application anymore because y'all see me pushing these eyesight just ain't the way it used to be. And I don't do nails anymore. I finally retired in 2018. But the love is still there. You want to learn how to do like the one everybody talks about, the smoky eye. Here's a tip. Smoky eye is not a dark color. Smoky eye is a color that goes on your lid and underneath your eye. So it looks like what your makeup would look like in a smoky room. Yeah, that's free. Next one you're going to pay me for. But getting back to faith, by faith, you obtain a great report. That is reputation. I have reputation in my field. They will call me for consultation because I made my mark in that field and I have reputation. They know I know what I'm doing. It doesn't get any better than that. So no, my name is not in lights as far as makeup, and my name isn't on a brand like Miss Moore. But when someone can call you and say, hey, we need you as a consultant because we're going to start this new line, or we want you to speak to our chemist because for African-American women, we want to know exactly what you would suggest to put in this product because we're putting in A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Do you think that's good? Do you think something should be put in? Do you think something should be removed? Listen, that's a good report. That's dignity. That's respect. That's reputation. And until you are able to have faith in yourself, you're never going to have the respect. You're never going to have the reputation. And you're never going to be able to go forward in life where you need to be. What's your gift? What's your talent? Don't tell me I don't have one. Everybody has one. Just because it's not in neon signs like mine absolutely is, because my name is Yvonne, Y, Annette, A, Poole, P. Mann is his last name. My daddy's last name was Poole. I'm from a tribe called Poole. That's YAP. That's a flashing sign to say, you ought to speak, you ought to speak, you are a speaker. And sometimes your gift doesn't have a flashing sign like that. It could be something quiet, like you can take a table and make a masterpiece out of it. That just a blank table, and we give you some fabric, and we give you some flowers, and we give you some dishes, and you will make this look like it should be a table at the Taj Mahal. And if you don't think that's a talent, then you need to talk to David Tutora. And if you don't know who he is, he was one of the biggest party planners. That's what he was, a glorified party planner. That could take a bare room and make it wonderful. So if that's your gift, then you need to study it. You need to develop. You need to have the faith that you were given that gift for a reason. Was it for you to make money from it? And that you would become prosperous, wealthy over the gift of being able to take a table and make it into something wonderful? Is your gift a gift that you will instruct others how to do, that people can come to you for consultation? You think about that, and we come back from break. I'm going to talk a little bit more about faith, about your gift, and a great report.
Next month, I'll be hosting my 7-day Bold, Fit, and Fabulous Masterclass. There, I'll be sharing tips and strategies that will allow you to begin taking the steps that you need to feel and look bold, fit, and fabulous in and out of the office. Are you ready to reclaim your time? Then visit me at thefitterwoman.com and let's get back to the business of you.
Long Island Telecom. We are your cellular superstore. We have the best in no-contract cellular on every carrier in the United States. We also do portable MiFi units, home phone service. We could beat your cable company at their own game by providing you very inexpensive TV, and we are a Sirius XM dealer as well. We can create a website for you, give you a special corporate email, and we do credit card processing. 631-833-9679.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Welcome back, love bugs. I'm so glad that you decided to return and listen a little bit more about faith and your gifts, your talents, your character. All of that is given to you for you to do such great things. And if you're not doing great things, I say to you, why? Why don't you have the faith in who you were created to be, to do what you're supposed to do? Now, if you don't know what that is, again, I send you to the Creator, because if you're a creation, only your Creator can let you know. And you need to have a heart-to-heart talk. And please know, once you find out, or you already know, don't think it's going to be an easy road. This road, not easy for me. A lot of things I need to learn. A lot of things I'm frustrated in. I was not born in the age of technology. I was born where the telephone was on the wall and the line wasn't that long. And to beg my parents to get a longer line so I could walk around the kitchen or just wash dishes while I was talking, they refused. The line was only $3 and my parents refused. So now we have phones that are on our hip. It's always on our ear, and we're always writing on something. I have to learn these things. This isn't my life. This is what has happened during my life. My life, washing dishes by hand. I tell you, I have a dishwasher. I don't know how to use it. I got to Google to use it. Never used a dishwasher in my life. Absolutely have not. Have not. Have I been underneath the rock? No. I've just always washed my dishes by hand. That's all I knew. I didn't grow up with a dishwasher. But the one thing I did grow up with was faith. Faith that one day my gift would make room for me, as the word says. And it is. It's not easy. It's frustrating at times when I have to do something over, or, oh my God, it has taken me 2 hours to do a video. I try to upload it. I don't have enough space for it. So I have to delete some stuff so I have enough space for it. But inadvertently, I deleted the pictures that was in the video. So the whole video now is deleted and I have to start over. And I have to upload my video by 5 o'clock on Tuesday. And this happened at 2 a.m. on Monday. And all I want to do is go to sleep. So I have to make the decision whether I stay up and try to do it again, or I get up early Tuesday and try to work it out and try to make it to that 5 o'clock deadline. I have to have the faith to know that even though I don't know everything, what I know, I will use it and it will turn out well. And I make the deadline. Whether I go to sleep at 2 a.m. And I decide to get up at 6 and hit it, or I just stay up another 2 hours at 4 and then I sleep a little bit longer in the morning. But either way, it's the faith, my foundation of faith, that lets me know that it's going to be okay, no matter what the issue. Your faith has to be solid right now at this time that we're living in. You know, I believe we have 750,000 people that have died from COVID. I mean, really a pandemic that didn't just shut down New York, didn't shut down America, it shut down, my face is clicking, shut down the entire globe for a whole year and a half. We're still not all the way opened up. We're forcing things to be open. But if we weren't forcing and we understood we need to stay our butts still in the house, things wouldn't be opening up. But we're forcing the hand. We have to have faith in this time to know that what's going on is not a mystery to our Creator. Our Creator knew exactly when and what was going to hit us. And if the Creator knows, then our Creator also understands and wants us to understand that we need to have the faith to know that we're going to make it through. And that on the other end of all of this is a bright new morning. And if you take time now to cultivate your gift, when the world does open up fully, you'll be surprised what you'll be bringing and how readily people will be accepting it. So many things was birthed through this pandemic. I mean, Zoom was there. We never used Zoom as much. Now, I'm like a professional Zoomer. Okay? Last March, I was like, Zoom? Okay. And now, hey, Yvonne, motivational interview. Oh, no problem. Yes, I will send you an invoice. I will send you a Zoom link. I look right into the camera and just start talking for an hour. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? But I had the faith to say I'm going to learn this because my gift has to be given. And if it can't be given personally, in person, and I can do it through electronics and a little picture on a screen, then I'm going to learn how to do that. And it's that faith that keeps me going. And it's the faith that I want to keep you going. No matter what the adversity is, no matter what the stumbling block, no matter what it is that keeps coming up against you, you have to have faith, because only by that faith will you receive a good report. Your reputation is at hand. The one thing people know about me, besides the fact that I run my mouth, that my heart is rooted and grounded in the fact that I don't want another 17-year-old to have tried to commit suicide 3 times. I don't want another 20-year-old that is so confused that they don't know which path to take, so they don't take any path, which leads them straight to drugs, alcohol, and promiscuity. I don't want another single mother to hold a beautiful baby and cry and say, I don't even know what I'm going to do to ensure you have a good life. I don't want another woman that has a horrible relationship and their heart is torn out to feel like they're the one who's worthless. I have the faith that my gift will be able to portray everything that I said to all of those different categories I talked about, that there is a good life waiting for you. That there is so much at the end of this rainbow, and it's not a fake pot of gold. It is a glorious day because my faith fuels my gift, and my gift fuels my character. And my character is the nail that holds everything in place. But I can't do any of this without faith. Without going to the Father and saying, what do you want me to speak to your people? Trust me, it's very nice to, talk about Auntie Vera Moore's lipstick. And she is one of my sponsors. And to be able to wear her lipstick and talk about how fantastic it is that I can just go to her house and just sit and chill and just have her pour into me, and I can be empowered, and I can be inspired. That's wonderful. I got to tell you, absolutely. But if it wasn't for the fact that God dropped into me, that how I was going to intertwine this lipstick into a message for you, I wouldn't be able to do it. And without my faith in my God, knowing that He would give me information to give to you, because this is the gift that I use to give out information, there'd be no Yvonne, the Motivator Man. It'd just be Yvonne Mann. A woman that went through a whole lot of stuff, and that's just it. But instead, God said, your journey is not for you. It's for all the other women that are suffering through what you went through. And for you to be able to tell them you can come through it. If you was wondering who the 17-year-old girl was that had already tried to commit suicide 3 times, raise my hand. If you're wondering who the 20-year-old was that didn't have a direction and just fell into drugs, alcohol, and promiscuity, I raise my other hand. If you wanted to know who the 20-year-old, well, the woman, well, was in her 20s, that gave birth to a beautiful baby and had no idea how they would support that baby or even be able to give that child a good life, that was me. That was me, my life. And it wasn't until a terrible relationship ripped my heart out, changed my whole idea about everything. And I absolutely did not have faith at that time, because I looked to the heavens and I said, God, I tried to do everything that was right, and look what has happened to me. I will never do what's right again. And boy, I should have never said that, because my whole life took a tailspin downward. I was in a hole I thought I would never be able to come out of. But it was my faith, because in my mother's womb, my mother was teaching Sunday school. I was literally born in the pews. And my mother taught us about God and Jesus, and always said, no matter what happens in your life, you can go to God and he'll take care of it. So at the lowest point of my life, that's what I did. I went to God. I said, I can't take it anymore. I just can't live like this. I wrote some things down on a piece of paper and I put it in my Bible. And I just believed that God would do it. And he did. He did absolutely all of them. And that's only because of faith. When you say I can do something, everything in this universe attached to you comes out and they're your cheerleader. They're like, yeah, they put everything in place for it to happen. But we spend so much time not having faith that we say things like, I wish I could, but I know I can't. And as soon as that word can't comes out, everybody stops. Everybody stops. It's like an assembly line. When you say you can, everything starts going on the assembly line. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And as soon as you say, oh, but I can't, it goes whoosh, whoosh. And it sits there and it's waiting and it's hoping that you say can again. So whoosh, 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 whoosh. So it can work for you. Everything in this universe is to work for you. And you're sitting there with your wonderful, talented, gifted self saying, there's nothing for me to do. Maybe it's for you to talk to people that feel like there's nothing for them to do. Now there's an idea, isn't it? There's always a gift. There's always a story. There's always a journey. And everybody's not going to share it to be a speaker like me. You know, you can share it just to share it. I started out doing a club for girls. No, matter of fact, I started out doing an after-school program in my old alma mater. And then I did a club for girls. You know, and then I was speaking one time at a meeting. I don't even know why the person invited me. I wasn't part of the group. I don't know if they wanted me to join the group or not. You know, these women were very haughty-taughty ladies. You know, they were different alphabets behind their name. They had multiple degrees. You know, and they were very staunch. Their makeup was very perfect. Every hair in place. They were just talking. And here I come with my little country, non-concerned self, and I'm just talking. And 2 days later, I received an email. And that email said, I would love for you to come and talk to my teachers. Excuse me? Yes. And I spoke to her teachers and spoke to her teachers and spoke to her teachers. And if COVID wouldn't have hit, I would have been there last year and I would have been there this year. So keep your faith. Keep your faith in your gift. Keep your faith in yourself. And keep your faith so you can obtain a good report. So until next time, love bugs, hugs, kisses, love, smooches, daps. Boom. Love you.